Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy, the Strongest Wizard, and tonight is indeed Fight Night, and we have another OP05 match here for you guys. We have Vivi on the left-hand side, as well as Sakazuki on the right. Now, if you guys don't know what exactly Vivi does, because this leader does definitely stay under the radar, I would say. And yeah, she's a 5-life, 5k leader, red as well as blue, and she cannot attack. But once per turn, you can tap 2 Dawn to draw a card and give one of your characters Rush. So we're going to go ahead and use that ability here to draw an extra card, dropping the Law and Passing turn. So we have 2 1-cost blockers here. Let's see exactly how the Sakazuki is going to start his turn 2 with, of course, 4 active Dawn. We're going to go ahead and use the ability here to pitch the Great Eruption here, not really needing it, or possibly having 2 in hand. And looks like he's actually eyeing that Lucci. Now, I am very curious to see how this Vivi does play into this matchup, because you're unable to swing with the leader. I imagine this would be very, very tough for this matchup. And yeah, we are going to go ahead and see the Rob Lucci and Lucci doing Lucci things here to pop 2 characters on the board and swinging 5k into life. And he does end up taking it. Now, I had imagined with this Vivi deck, you're going to have a massive hand, because you are going to be able to draw an extra card a turn essentially for 2 Dawn. And yes, we see that happening here. And we are actually going to pass the turn, not playing anything on our turn 3. That's pretty insane here. Let's see if that's just part of the strat. Maybe, you know, we are going to see a 5k swing going into life here, and this is an easy 1k counter, and it looks like we're kind of eyeing that ulti. And yes, we do end up pitching the ulti, 6k into life. We see the Mihawk coming down and swinging 5. He does end up taking it, and then dropping the Kuzan to draw himself a card, and using leader ability here to pitch the Hina to draw another card. And yeah, I mean, let's see if we do end up playing a character this turn. I'm assuming we are going to use that leader ability here, but hopefully we get to see some rush action coming into play. And yes, we see the Gecko Mori here, dropping 4 to pick up the Mihawk, and then tapping 2 to draw an extra card, giving a rush, swinging 6k into the brand new, and yes, it does go down. And passing turn, I guess we don't swing into the Lucci just because that's an easy 1k counter, and we want to get rid of something guaranteed. And now with the Sakazuki player here sitting at 8 Dawn, I'm sorry, 8 Dawn, I am assuming we're probably going to see a 7-cost Borsum coming down. No matter what, that Gecko Mori is dying. I don't think my boy Gecko has had a chance to live here, but we are going to swing 5k into life here. This is, of course, an easy 1k counter, which is in the form of that X trick that he does end up pitching, and we are most likely going to swing 6k into life here. And we see the Mihawk that he did end up bringing from that Gecko earlier, followed by another 6k into life. Does he want to pitch the Makino that he has in his hand that we can clearly see? Possibly. No, he just ends up taking it, grabbing another Mihawk, and then we are going to go ahead and drop that Borsalino to bottom deck the Gecko. I don't think losing the Gecko really matters too much, whether it was bottom decked or KO'd. I don't think that really matters in this deck, but it looks like we are just going to go ahead and clap back here with our own Borsalino, using leader ability here, giving a rush, drawing an extra card, swinging 8k into the Rob Lucci. Of course, this is going to cost Sakazuki player 2 cards out of his hand if he wants to keep it alive, but no, he ends up letting it go. Now, this Vivi only has 2 life left, and I think we just go face here, right? We just kind of go super aggro. But we are going to start things off with a brand new, kind of weigh out our options before we really do anything here. And out of the top 3 cards, let's see exactly here what this player ends up getting. I guess you're not in fear of dying anytime soon, just because you haven't taken a single life yet. Grabbing the Ice Age, just great utility for more removal, and yes, we see the Ice Age coming down. Or we're gonna see a Hound Blaze coming down, and yes, it looks like we are gonna go ahead and play that Hound Blaze to bottom deck the Borsalino, and we are going to swing 8k into life here. This is 2 2ks, and yes, he does end up dropping 2 Mihawks, and Vivi's got a ton of cards in his hand still. Like, he's got like 7 cards in his hand. I guess that is the benefit of drawing 2 cards a turn, of course. And it looks like we are going to swing, we're going to swing huge here going into life. He does end up taking a hit and then dropping a Hina to draw himself an extra card and passing the turn. Yeah, this is getting a bit scary here for Vivi. Unfortunately, we have yet to establish any bodies to stick longer than a turn. Is this a? I guess this is just a result of a tier 1 deck going against a bit of a rogue deck here. Just kind of seeing it outclassed. And we actually see the Red Rock to bottom deck the Borsellino, using leader ability here to draw himself a card, and then dropping 2 1-cost bodies. And I imagine here Vivi is hoping that he just doesn't have another Lucci. I mean, he's already played 1 Lucci. I'm hoping we don't see another one, I guess is kind of his attitude here, his mentality. But yes, we do have another one. We always have another one to get rid of those 2 1-cost blockers. And now it looks like we are possibly going to go ahead and swing pretty big here, I guess. It looks like a 5k swing going into life. He doesn't end up pitching in. We see a 7k swing going into life. This is, of course, 2 cards. I think he just ends up taking it. Yes, he doesn't end up taking it. And then we're going to go ahead and tap 2 for a Hound Blaze to make this a 7k swing. And yes, we do have the counter and passing turn. So Vivi here in a bit of a sticky situation here. I'm not sure exactly what we can do, but we see the Sabo coming down to get rid of the Hina. Unfortunately, only being able to get rid of 1 card since it is a total of 4k power. And yes, swinging over into the brand new with that leader ability, and then dropping the Nami for looking for a Straw Hat card. Unfortunately, it does miss. I'm assuming he was kind of looking for a Radical Beam. I'm assuming he plays those, and then no, we just end up dropping the Trafalgar Law. Now, with only 1 blocker and a pretty low hand size, I think this is pretty easy for the Sakazuki player just to kind of go in here. Even if he were to swing 9k into life with the Lucci at first, I think he'd be pretty set, honestly. But no, we are going to go ahead and drop the 7-cost Borsellino to bottom deck the character, swinging 5k, and now we see a 9k swing. He does end up taking it. Sakazuki does win. Thank you guys so much for checking out this channel as well as this video. I really do appreciate it. And stay tuned because I have a ton of new OPO content coming out soon. See ya.